Hey guys, it's Maya, and in today's video we're going to answer a question from another Maya, which I think is really super cool. So Maya asked, she said, I'm concerned about how much energy the internal work that I'm doing, which includes things like attitude adjustment and transmutation, is consuming versus how much energy I have to get my material life right, like cleaning the house, a healthy body, and improving my external circumstances. The internal work feels more urgent and I'm more inspired to do it, but it's hard feeling like I'm neglecting the external somewhat. This is about balance. In general, in this world, people are way too focused on the material. Like, a lot of people only tend to their material life. So when we start tending to our spiritual life, it can feel really weird. It can feel like we're spending way too much time focused on ourselves, but really in a lot of cases I think it's just that we're used to prioritizing our material life above all else. A lot of people wake up and immediately they're focused on the material all the way until they go to sleep at night. So I would say most people are out of balance in the sense that they're prioritizing material life over spiritual life. We will be our happiest when we tend to both. If you're feeling kind of like guilty, your laundry isn't put away and your health isn't in a good place and you're starting to get that feeling, then it's probably a sign that you do need to spend a little bit more time on your material life. Maybe in the past you needed to spend even more time on healing your soul, but maybe right now it's your life's way of kind of saying, okay, let's come and let's bring in a little bit more of a focus on the material so that we can feel like we're flourishing in both ways. So I am a big advocate for creating a consistent routine that feeds our soul and also allows for our material life. So I'm going to share with you in a moment what my routine is and how I work to make sure I'm flourishing in both areas. But before I do that, I just want to say, if you're going to go into a time where you are nurturing your internal life and your healing, which I hope you guys all do, because that's just the best thing, and we really need it. Like, we need it. So many of us are forced just to fully immerse in the material world from the time that we're just little kids, and our souls are like, hey, what about me? If you're going to go into a time of healing, or you're in a time of healing, make sure that you do take the time to clean up your material life first. Make sure that you eliminate all of the things that are unnecessary. One thing that can really help is embracing a more minimalistic life or a more simplistic life, like actually getting physical things out of our life that are not needed anymore so that we can actually focus spiritually. Cleaning out the closet, stuff like that. My husband and I, we like to just keep around us only things that we touch every single day. That way we don't have to spend as much time cleaning and stuff because we don't have a bunch of junk. We eat really simple diets where we're eating like whole foods, plant-based diet, and I'm not saying you have to eat that diet, but we're eating simply. We don't need all these fancy foods. We don't need to go out all the time, and that allows for more time to focus on spiritual life as well. One of my favorite things is to unsubscribe from like mailing lists and stuff like that. Just get rid of all the material obligations that you don't like to tend to, that are not really needed, and simplify your material life to the point that you're only doing what's necessary and you only have what's necessary and stuff, and that will really help you to have a more balanced life. When we wake up in the morning, this is when we're most spiritually connected. Like, a lot of us wake up from a dreamlike state and we're like pretty psychically open, and if we wake up and then immediately we turn on the TV or immediately we're on our phone, that activates our left brain and it pulls us out of that state. So I think that if you're going to do spiritual work, it's really good to do it in the morning when you're already connected, and just to nurture that connection that you already have, as opposed to having to reestablish it later through meditation or something. I spend the first 6 hours every single day attending to spiritual matters. Every day from 6 a.m. to noon, it's completely about the soul energy, cultivating my own soul energy, healing, helping other people to heal. I'm really in a spiritual state of consciousness for the first 6 hours of every single day, and I love that time, and it's so wonderful. Yeah, it's so wonderful. And for me, it's important to do that first, because otherwise if I try to do other things first, I'm going to just wish, oh, I just wish that I was tending to my soul instead. So I like to do that first. And then once the afternoon hits around noon or whatever, it's like, okay, now is about my material life. And I spend the next 6 hours every day from noon to 6 focusing on material matters. And that is when I will run errands, I'll have meetings with people if I need to, I'll do my taxes, I'll do my business, I'll do my cooking, I'll do my cleaning, I'll do all the material things in the afternoon. Make sure you have a routine that includes a time of day when you're going to focus on the material every single day. And my personal rule for myself to keep me on track, and my husband does this too, is that we must accomplish one material project every single day. So every day we tackle one thing in the material world. We just have a list of things that we need to get done in the world in a single month or a single week, and then every day we each pick one and we do that one thing. So maybe it's an errand that you need to do, or a call that you need to make, or a project around the house. Today, my material project is that I'm going to redecorate the house. I still have a whole bunch of stuff up for like Valentine's Day and stuff like that, and I'm filming this on March 2nd, and so anyway, and then I'm going to bring in all the spring decorations and everything like that. So minimum I do one material project every single day, and then from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. that's my rest time, and that's what I do reading, or I just spend time with my husband, or I sleep. That's what works for me. I think because you're asking this question, you probably know that you need to spend a little more time on your material life. Not so much time that you get depleted. It's just about maintaining that balance and building it in. And yeah, just create a specific designated time period every day to focus on your health and your material obligations. Do at least one material thing per day. Or if you need to get more accomplished than that, then maybe 2 per day. That will help you to be more present for your spiritual work as well, because you won't be distracted by worries about the material. So that's my recommendation, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please feel free to come back any Tuesday or Friday for more videos here on the Maya's Dream channel. So thank you again, and namaste. Bye!